Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 79 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to be looking into a mod called RFTools Dimensions. And what this mod does is it allows a player to construct dimensions based on characteristics that they add to a dimension tab. Now, let's actually review what I did last episode real fast. I made this extreme reactor over here. I didn't get it powered on because I needed several hours to fill it up with gelid cryothium, but it is done at this point. So what I have is a reactor, and I have the control rods 80% inserted. Now, if you've played with extreme reactors before and have used the regular reactors without the turbines, you know that there is a heavy drop off in terms of energy production to efficiency the more you pull out the control rods. For example, at 80% insertion, I'm making 192,000 RF per tick. If I were to pull those out completely, I don't even get double that. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. So I was at 192,000 before. If we wait for this thing to come all the way up, it's not even double, and we're using about 4 times as much fuel. So basically, to keep it in an area, or to keep it in a mode that's operating, somewhat efficiently, 80% is usually what I run some of my most of my reactors at. As in the non-steam producing ones. The steam producing ones do not see the same efficiency drop off as the energy producing reactors. And the basement here, I also added this energy core. It's a tier 3 version, nowhere near as big as the tier 7 version that I built underneath my draconic reactor. But in this episode, I think we're going to be using that. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to use this one because it would be dangerous to use the orb underneath the draconic reactor because I need that orb to always have power in it. And okay, so let's dive into what exactly we are going to be doing this episode. So let's take a look at what we need to make to get started. So I have a few things written down. I have played with this mod before, but it has been a while, so I looked up what exactly we need. There is a manual for this, and right here. Let's actually pull that out because I have that. And let's take a quick look at this. I kind of know how we're going to get started here, but the first thing we really need are dimlets, and that is how you essentially code the world, as the booklet puts it. And there are some dimlets that we can craft right now, and those are we can craft all the digit dimlets, which are used to essentially, they are used so that you can use the same other dimlets and create separate worlds, because traditionally if you use the same few dimlets to code 2 different dimension tabs, they actually correspond to this exact same world. But if you throw in a digit dimlet, you can make multiple worlds that have the exact same other dimlets attached to them, and we can get more into that later. But for right now, let's take a look at getting started. To get dimlets, you actually have to craft them in the dimlet workbench, but that's not the first thing we're going to craft here. Let's create a few things. First off is a dialing device, and this is a device used to let's see here. It's used to not attract, but it's used to connect matter receivers and matter transmitters. Sorry, it's been a while. So let's build the matter receivers and matter transmitters. These are basically teleportation apparatuses. So the dialing device just attaches a matter transmitter to a matter receiver, and so directing your teleportation. We need a dimension inscriber, so let's build one of those. Actually, we're not building at this point, we're just telling the computer how to make it. A dimension builder. A dimension editor. Let's see. Do I have the workbench? So let's build the dimlet workbench. This is where we will be crafting our dimlets. Let's see. And then we need a few absorbers. Actually, we only need one, but I think it'll be nifty to have other ones. So the material absorber, the liquid absorber. I don't think we really need that, but I definitely would like to have that. And then the biome absorber. Do we need anything else? I don't necessarily need the terrain, the feature, or the time absorber. So let's go ahead and throw all these in. I have added some more molecular assemblers, so now I shouldn't be worried about having too many crafting recipes in here. I have a bunch more space now. So let's actually get all that stuff built. So let's build all the absorbers since they're already right here. And then dialing device. And I'm going to build 2 each of these, because we're going to need a few. And then let's get the dimension builder, editor, and inscriber. Let's see, is there anything else here? The workbench. And then for all of this, I'm actually going to build a separate applied energistic system, and it'll be a pretty simple system. So let's get an ME drive and some covered cable, a controller, and a terminal. I would like this to be a crafting terminal, so let's do that real fast. Let's see, crafting terminal. I seriously don't have this automated. Let's fix that. There are some random weird things that I don't have automated that I should probably have automated. So let's go ahead and have that built. Okay, so where exactly do we want this? I think we're going to put it under here. To build a dimension, you need quite a bit of power typically. Well, not... It depends on how you build the dimension, to be honest. So I think how we're going to do this is... We also need another pylon and chunk of glass. So let's get that. And then a flux gate as well. And some cryo-stabilized flux duct should do us well. There we go. Okay, so let's put this over here somewhere. I wonder if this will connect. If I do it like so, it will. Okay, is that connected to the right one though? I don't know. So I think how we're going to set this up. No, I don't want that. My bad. I want this flux gate. And I think... Can I do this up and down? I think I can, but I'm not sure. Up. Okay, I need that reversed. So I was shift clicking there, so let's do... Not shift click. Cool. So if I do it like that, that is still not working. So hang on, let's do this real fast. Because apparently this flux gate is kind of finicky. Okay, there we go. Energy core, glass, out. I said out. There we go. And then let's just do 100 grand for right now. And that should provide plenty of power for us. So let's dig out a little area right here, and let's set this guy to 1 by 1. Otherwise, we will create mayhem. You know what? And there's one thing I totally forgot to make before I get to placing all of these guys down, and I forgot where the door is. Let's just go to the top. And that thing is a machine infuser. So let's grab that. That would be an RFTools machine. So let's actually grab like 4 of these guys. And let's grab some dimensional shards as well, which I have a lot of, which is good. Okay. Let's try this again. I think I'm going to build this way. Hopefully I will have enough room. For right now, let's put down 2 machine infusers. Pop in some dimensional shards into both of them. And then what these things do is they infuse other machines. And infusing the other machines provides certain bonuses, and that depends on the machine. But we can go ahead and run this across, and that's not how I wanted that. Okay, so these things should have power now. So let's go ahead and throw in, I think the dimension builder would be one of the good ones to infuse, because I believe the infusing bonus is reduced power consumption, faster dimension creation speed, which are really good things to have. And then let's do okay, yes, we definitely want the dimlet workbench as well. So, okay, so we need 4 stacks per machine, it looks like. So let's go ahead and start building the rest of this out. So we'll do the dialing device. The matter receivers and transmitter actually won't be right here. I think what we can do with those is put them over here, because we kind of want them in the floor, to be honest. It would definitely be the best place for them. So let's go ahead and set those positions up anyways. And we will very likely have to move these, to be honest, but for right now that's a good spot for them. And then we don't need to place the absorbers down. Let's next place down the okay, we have the builder's over here. That's where it is. Okay, that's the machine I want to get infused first. We're gonna have the builder right here, so let's do the editor right here and then the inscriber right here. So that just leaves, and I don't need these 2 other infusers. I do need at least 4 more of that. Now I think we can go ahead and build the applied energistic system. And for that, let's build it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of have this snake around the controller, because I need the controller right here, the drive right here. I guess I only need 1 of these, and then the terminal right above here. I also need some storage, so let's grab some of that. We need 10 of these guys. Well, don't need, but I want. I have them. Let's use them. And okay, that thing should get power soon, maybe. I would think it would turn on at some point. I don't know why it's not turning on, but whatever. Let's finish out infusing these two guys. Okay, I'm like really wondering what the heck, man. Shows that it's outputting. We're getting power over here. These are not eating all the power. I'm really confused. That should be working. Let's grab an energy acceptor. I don't have, oh my goodness. More things I don't have automated that I should. Oh, whoa. Okay. And I want the regular crystal. And to be honest, I don't even need that ME controller there. It's not like we're using a whole lot of channels. We're actually using just 2 channels, so I don't even need that. So let's get rid of it. I don't know why it's not working. It should. I have no idea why this is being weird. Let's try to replace this. Still not working. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to troubleshoot this issue because this should be working. There's no reason it should not be working. So I'm going to be back after I figure out exactly what's going on here. I'm honestly not really sure what was going on. But what I did was I tried a few things, and for whatever reason, the ME controller and the energy cell that I had been tinkering with were just not accepting energy. And I have no idea why. I did get it to accept energy for like 1 split second, and then it just ran out of power again. So what I did was I just reset the server, and that seems to have fixed the issue. As we see here, the energy cell is going down. Okay, so whatever it is, not fixed. So, yeah, that's... I have no idea what's going on. Let's, you know what, let's tell this thing we need more power. Let's just go... We need all the power. 500,000 RF per tick. I have no idea why this... Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not drawing power, and it should be. So basically, this system's going to shut off here in a second. Which is not helpful. Now I need to check... I need to check my main system, make sure it's not doing weird things as well. Yeah, it seems to be fine. I don't know what that would be all about. Okay, that everything appears to be working over there on the main system. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have essentially hooked up the same way. I mean, I have an energy cell providing energy directly to the controller, and the controller is hooked up to the flux duct as well. Let me try a couple more things here real fast. Yeah, even without anything attached, it's still not accepting power. What about if I use an energy acceptor? Well, it's not drawing power at this point, but it is This is kind of maddening. Anyways, let's just complete what we have. Next we need the, actually, I have the dimension builder right here. Let's go ahead and throw that down. And I'm gonna go ahead and move this. This isn't working anyways, so let's try moving it. Maybe it'll work better if I move it. I'm sure it'll work better. Because I want the dimension workbench right here. Or the dimlet workbench, my bad. Yeah, see, that should be accepting power. It should be able to accept power directly from the cryo-stabilized flux duct, but it's not. And let me try to grab some resonant flux duct. One weird quirk about the cryo-stabilized flux duct, it does not have any sort of buffer itself. But most other flux duct does. As we see, this has 125,000 right here. So let's try that. Okay, accepted power for like a split second, but as we see, it's winding down right now. I've got another idea. Let's grab some super low tier flux duct. Let's say leadstone flux duct. That doesn't help either. I was wondering if providing it with a low amount of power, as in, see, this thing only holds 16,000 RF per tick, or not RF per tick, but 16,000 RF. I was thinking that maybe if we use something that provided less than 16,000 RF per tick, as in this right here provides 1,000 RF per tick, that maybe it would be willing to accept it. But for whatever reason, it's not. And I don't know if that's just my server going crazy or what, but you know what? We can just go ahead and use my regular system. It'll crowd things out a little bit, but whatever. I mean, at this point, there's not a whole lot we can do. So, actually, I don't think I finished infusing this, and I want to. So I'm gonna do that real fast. Okay, I'm gonna be back after that is finished infusing. Now we have our dimlet workbench is done, and I think I figured out my problem over here. For whatever reason, this controller does not like the flux duct being beside it in any way, shape, or form. So what I was doing was I put a battery out here, or the energy cell, and I put a controller on top, and it seemed to accept the power just fine. But once I put a flux duct beside it, it stopped accepting power. So for whatever reason, it's just being finicky. So I'm going to go ahead and build this ME system like I wanted to. And let's go ahead and throw this battery back here as well. This is a battery for the applied energistic system itself. It's completely not necessary, but that's okay. So let's grab our terminal. We need one covered cable. And let's go with blue. It makes the terminal look cool. And then we need, let's go 10 of these guys. So let's throw these in. Hopefully this thing, it looks like it's still working. It is. That's cool. Okay, so this is where we're going to put all of our dimlet stuff. Let's go ahead, and I once again messed this up, because this needs to be slid over one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move this real fast and put the dimlet workbench right here, and then the applied energistic system will be right here. I'm going to be back after I have that done. Okay, now we have everything how I want set up. The next thing I need to do, and let's throw the Biome Absorbers in here because we don't really need them right now. We need to get our dimlet parcels. And you get these through, I think, typically killing Endermen. And you can also find them in chests. I think you can get them from killing Endermen. I guess I don't know that for a fact. But anyways, I have a couple stacks and change of these guys. So what you do is you just take them and you right click them and you get things out of them. Now these are going to be used for crafting your dimlets. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and right click all of these, and I should be getting a bunch of stuff. And what we're going to do after I have all this stuff, I'm going to throw it in the system. And this is kind of the reason why I wanted to keep everything separate. I'm going to get a lot of stuff from these parcels, and quite a bit of it's going to be useless, but we can all store it right here. We'll have plenty of space. So, okay, we're almost done. We do have quite a bit of duplicates, but that's okay. We will need several things. Okay, so let's jaunt over here and let's see. Obviously, we're going to want this world made of iron ore because that's how we roll. So how do we make this? It gives us 5 or 6 things that we need. We need a basic dimlet. Okay, so let's see what all we have. A basic dimlet, a tier 3 version of the control circuit relay, a second tier energy module, a dimlet regular memory unit, and then the terrain, I don't know if it's the terrain absorber or what it's called, but anyways, this guy, the material absorber filled with iron ore. So let's grab some of that stuff. We need one of these, we need one of these, we need the level 3 version, we need the material type, I believe, and then there's something else. Iron ore. Do we have the energy? I don't think we have the energy. Good, we have 14 of these guys. So, to get this to work, what we need to do is we need to get a bunch of iron ore. And actually, we have a lot of overflow right now, which that needs to be sorted out at some point. And actually, you know what? Let's not build a whole huge hole in the floor. That's okay, whatever. I need to go outside, and I think the best way to do this will be, let's make a 5x5 here. And I'm not sure how many blocks this needs to absorb to actually work. Let's there we go. Let's do like 100. Wait, what? Oh, duh. The math in my head is all messed up. I'm like 5 times 5. No. The math is 5 times 5 but times 5. Okay, I think we're gonna need some more iron ore here. Yeah. So let's grab some more iron ore. Actually, we might not. I think it needs 100. Nope, it needs just over 100. Do we got it? I think we have it. Okay, so I'm not sure how I need to pick that up. Apparently, you can use a wrench or a crescent hammer. Whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so let's see if we can make this dimlet. Nope, no. So we need to click iron ore. We need all of the different things in their proper spots, and then we need the material absorber. Look at that, iron ore. And it has costs here, RF per tick costs, and that is going to be applied to the world. Now, we need to be careful with exactly how we make the rest of the world, but that is how you make dimlets. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to actually be able to create a world this episode. We're kind of out of time for right now, But we're well on our way. We are getting close to actually being able to create our own world. And I just got rid of the stone I needed. I need one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that dimlet in there. Clean up my inventory. And then, let's see here. So we have a bunch of dimlet stuff and one dimlet that we've created. Now we're going to create a few more dimlets before we actually create our world. That way we get a world that I think I'll like. Not exactly sure how we're going to mine in this world, but it's going to be pretty awesome because it's going to be made of mostly or completely iron ore, depending on how exactly I have everything. But I really like our progress. In today's episode, I managed to create a little system to create dimlet and will be used to create entirely new dimensions in the future. It's going to be super, super cool. If you've never played with it, stick around and definitely watch the next episode. You can do some really cool things with RFTools dimensions. You can create super cool dimensions. And you can do lots and lots of different things with the worlds. Just definitely watch the next episode if you're interested in that. As of right now, I have 293 million iron ingots, and we are at full tilt in terms of iron ore processing. We have a backlog currently, which is good. I definitely need to work on that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. I can just add some more iron ore processing over there. That shouldn't be too difficult. But for right now, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.